Alrighty, so I'm going to be filming the process of propagating an orange tree from one of my branches. So I'm going to put it right here, since it's a branch that's kind of sticking out to the side, and I really don't like the way that it's sticking out. So instead of just cutting it and getting rid of it, I am going to propagate it. That way I can either use it somewhere else or sell it or give it to a friend. But anyway, this is what I'm doing right now. So I have these plastic propagating, I don't know what they're called, but they're half, and then this is the other half. I got them on Amazon. So what I will do is I will go in here and pack in as much as I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you're not putting in clumps. You want to put in stuff that's pliable and can kind of maneuver around the branch that you're going to be going around. Might have added a little too much to that, but here you go. Anyway, so just want to show you guys. There's one. Let me dump a little out of this one since it looks like I have way too much. And here's the other half. So each one of them has these little tiny things that I don't know if you can see them, but they clip on to themselves or to each other. I think you can see them better on this one. There's a male and a female side. So what I'm going to do is, give me a second, I'm going to take them over and get some water on it. Alrighty, so I am back. I would suggest, if you guys do anything like this, you get a little pump sprayer, not a normal, handheld, those little spray bottles. This is so much easier if you do it with the pump sprayer, because you can just do this. Get it all nice and damp. Trust me, there's not too much water that you can put on it that is going to be bad for it. You're going to have to periodically get the soil wet, moist, whatever you want to say, during the 8 weeks of the propagation process. So you want to get it as wet as you can right now. That way, what I like to do is I come out once a week and I add a little bit more water to it, because if you look at it, let me show you, depending on which way you're looking at it, top or bottom, these things have the little holes, the perforation at the top or the bottom. So whenever you connect them, sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. Anyway, so whenever you put them, you'll have an area where you can get water into the soil during the 8-week propagation process. It makes it really simple. Some of the other little ones, if you look at them, they don't have the little holes. So on those, what you want to do is put water through those. But the larger ones also have those little holes. That's where the branch goes through. Ready. So I have chosen this branch to do it in. This branch will have all of this stuff on it. So what you want to do is between right here and right here, about a 2-inch gap. What you want to do is take your razor blade, don't cut yourself, but between here and about right here, about 2 inches. What you want to do is you want to score the whole way around it. Take the top layer of the bark off and then kind of scuff it up. I'll show you. So now I have done the little scoring. I don't know if you can see the little lines that I've done. There's one right there and one right there. I haven't gone all the way around, so I'll show you. Very simple. You just lightly score it the whole way around, coming back to the original starting point. And what you want to do is you'll see I've already started a little area where I started pulling off the bark. See how easy it comes off? And that's why you score the sides so it doesn't continue damaging anything on top. So you can see the process of just kind of picking at it and getting it to come off. The older the branch, the harder it will be to take off some of this stuff. But I promise you, you're not damaging it. Trees are more resilient than you think. So anyway, let me put my phone down so I can get all of this stuff off, and then I'll show you the end result. Alrighty, I'm back. So I took off the entire bark around the tree. It's completely smooth. Let me show you the other side. Hopefully you can see it. But you basically take off all the sides, and then you just take your razor blade and kind of, you don't want to really dig into it, but just kind of scratch the surface. What it does is it kind of sends a little signal to the tree that it needs to repair itself or heal itself. But when all the energy comes here, these two things right here will kind of make it think that it needs to grow roots. In turn, you are basically tricking your tree into thinking it has to grow roots in that area, giving you an opportunity to grow another tree. Now, when I bought these things from Amazon, it came with these little tiny zip ties. You can buy some extra ones at Home Depot in case you break them, snap them off, whatever. So at this point, what we're gonna do is kind of clean up the edges so it can pop into the male and female adapters, like I was saying, in each corner. Probably still be able to see them. Anyway, make sure you clean off all the male and female adapters. And that way, when you place it up there, it'll hold. So I'm gonna put my phone down again so you guys can see the end result. Alrighty, so it took me a little while just because I kind of screwed up, and when I put the mulch or I filled too much in the center where the branch was gonna go, so I had to dig some of it back out. Other than that, it went in pretty well. And as you can see, the zip ties are right there. It really doesn't matter if you leave these out. If you're kind of OCD, they might bother you, but for the most part, they won't harm anybody or bother anybody. I'm just gonna put a little bit more water on top till I start seeing it run down at the bottom, and you'll kind of see at the bottom when it starts coming out of it. that's when I'll stop. See? That's kind of what you want to do every single time. What I like to do is once a week, I come in and I spray some water on the top and maybe a little bit where it kind of stayed open. It'll keep that all that nice soil moist, the potting mix, and in about 8 weeks we'll come back and check it out.